up, everybody? I'm Sal Klein. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sal Colati. This is Reggie from Detroit Steel.
And welcome to Spitballin.
No,
Yep.
y'all. You didn't throw a y'all on at the end.
Oh, I didn't throw the y'all. We'll get that next time. I'll throw the y'all
Where'd
next
you
time.
get your new Detroit hat, Reg?
So I got this one. I got this one online, man. I bought this on got this on lids.com with the D across the front. It's the MLB, right? It's the baseball joint. Yeah, man. And I hadn't seen one with just straight Detroit across it. So I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
kind of neat.
and you see under the pattern under the brim.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of dope.
blue, little
Yeah, it's
blue
kind
and
of dope.
black.
And I'm going with the flat brim today to get my skater look on.
There you
All
go.
right.
I got my I don't even know what they are. The Minnesota Timber Rattlers.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I like those colors though.
It's a minor league baseball team.
Yeah, I like the
So
colors.
yeah, there's a couple of minor league teams I have, and another one is the I don't know, it's like a Bigfoot from Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the
Sasquatch.
Eugene, they're called the Eugene Emeralds. That's what it is. But
Okay.
their logo's a Bigfoot. But it's one of the flat brims. I'm not as big a fan of the flat brim. Like I feel like I gotta have a skateboard with me.
Well, for me, I like the flat rim right now, but I bend my joint, right? Like I go here and then I'll take it back up. I
But
think these
sometimes
hats are
it loses
malleable.
its curvature.
No, not if you do it just enough. I'm a hat connoisseur. Yo, man, check it out. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm getting some gray in my goatee. It's
About
starting,
time. About
it's starting to
time.
happen. Yeah, man.
Welcome to
S-
reality.
well, I read this whole thing about stress, right? And they were saying that with stress can actually make your hair start to turn gray, right?
Mm.
And what they did was they looked at people's gray hair, and what they noticed was that sometimes when people were going through a time of stress, the hair turned gray. And then when that time of stress was over, the hair actually went back to black. So you would see people's hair that grew out gray, and then at some point it
Yeah, you
turned
got
back
like
to
one
black.
big strand. It looked like someone jizzed in your chin. Yeah, right
Good
there.
Lord, this too. This too.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh my
walk
God.
around in public like that.
It's
Like you got
funny,
a little something right there, buddy.
dude. What's funny is that like you say shit like that, and I don't even know how to respond to that because I don't even my mind don't even work that way that I look at a dude and think about jizz on his face because I'm not built.
That's all I think about. That's
That's all
all I think about,
you
Reggie.
you think about how you living out there in them streets, right? Like, oh, I remember that guy. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh, Reg, you remind me of that, dude.
it's funny. You try and wipe it off, but it's still there.
But yeah, man. So I would say I've been stressed a little bit lately. So a lot of different things
Well,
going
what's
on. So
got well, we got a new president. That got you stressed, Reg?
nah, man, it's all kind of stuff got me stressed. That's got me stressed. Work has got me stressed. Life got me stressed. Dude, I'm just like it had me stressed. I'm trying to work on that shit. So we'll see. We'll see and we'll give it like 6 weeks, right?
Let's
Or
see if it
maybe
goes back to black or
and see if
not.
it goes back to black when the stress is over. Be
I don't
like,
know,
yo.
man. I have a feeling it's just gonna be all dripped out. It's gonna be all white.
Well, honestly, I'm
That'd be
gonna
a
say
cool
this.
look, actually, though.
Hell yeah. If
You
with my
should get like
complexion,
a white. Yeah, no, I saw I don't know where it was. I think somewhere on my travels, but it was like a black dude, was bald kind of, but then he had a fucking shining bright white beard. I was like, damn, like it really it stood out, dude. It's
it
pretty
stood out.
dope.
It stood out.
It was
Like,
pretty dope.
yeah, I'm hoping that's what'll happen, right? Like eventually, when it does turn white completely, get this whole thing white with that dark complexion. Whoa, that joint gonna really pop out.
I was at the airport when I was coming home and I was fucking, all over the place, Arizona with fog and fires and so flight delay canceled. So anyway, I was
You didn't
mad.
tell. You got to talk about that because you didn't tell anybody. You didn't. We
Oh,
hadn't
I didn't
mentioned
tell
that.
that story.
No.
Well, I'll talk quick about this part. I was mad, and this guy walking through the plane, like walking through the airport. I'm sitting down talking, trying to deal with American, and he's walking, and he has like I don't know, he looks like a professional wannabe wrestler, but older, long blonde hair, all like a Trump shirt, the red Trump hat where it says
Mm,
45-47,
ugh,
the shades and like all this stuff. And I'm just like this.
ugh.
I just flipped him off this whole walk past me.
Did
And
he? Did he see you?
I don't think he noticed because he was like kind of in his Neanderthal
Yeah.
state. But then
Yeah.
the guy behind him was looking at me like, who is that? And I followed the guy too. I just followed it. So he knew who I was directing it at. And I was just like, dude, don't. If you're going to be some cult fanatic wearing that shit in public, I have no problem calling you out.
Okay. So my question is, this dude who looks like a wannabe wrestler, you flipping him off, hitting him with the FU. Uh, if he sees you, are you ready for that smoke? Are you ready
What
for
is he
that?
going to do to me at the airport? You
I
got to
mean,
bark at these motherfuckers, dude. They
yeah,
all smoke, they all talk.
okay, all right, because I'm like he might be about that life.
Well,
I
he
hate for you to
can't,
be sitting
hey,
up there
he
giving him the
can't.
finger.
I'm in the airport. He can't stab or shoot me.
Yeah, but he might come up there and give you one of these.
That's all right. I sue. I got the airport. Hey, what are you gonna do? They're all fucking talk. I was going to you coming back, Waffle? Is it time? Oh shit. I was coming going there. I was going there in the Oregon or something. And this young fucking kid with his parents, he's probably like 22. He's got a Trump Vance 24 hat. And I
Hmm.
just looked over at him like, oh, what the fuck?
Jeez.
I don't care. These motherfuckers need to know, Reg.
Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, they have definitely fucked around and they about to find out because they all think that the eggs are gonna go down and they think that the prices are gonna go down. They think their lives are gonna be better. Oh,
Yeah.
it's about to be a shit show. I mean, we're 1 week, we're not even a weekend yet, right?
Yeah.
Are we a weekend yet? No, because
No, four
no, we're not even a
days.
weekend, and we're like 4 days in to
Yeah.
this dude's administration, and it's already caused all types of anxiety and stress and discomfort. Like,
I will say I'm taking more of a hand. I'm trying to stand back from it more to not deal, but I still read it all the time. And then I actually already posted something yesterday because it pissed me off where he just signed a law like no more birthright citizenship. Just because you're born here doesn't make you a citizen. And then
well,
a judge blocked it because it's
it's
unconstitutional.
unconstitutional.
And so then I shared something of how what really annoys me about this all is that the religious people who are okay with this anti-immigrant hate or the patriotic people who are okay with this breaking the constitution,
Right.
going against the 14th Amendment. So I'm just kind of like, I'm sick of the hypocrisy, man. Look, you guys are assholes. You wanted to vote for an asshole. That's what it is now.
Yeah, exactly. But this is really what his agenda is. His agenda is really to he knows that he can't pass these things with executive orders, but what the hope is that he starts the dialogue and the conversation,
Right.
and that eventually these things reach what he would deem to be a sympathetic Supreme Court,
Right. And
and they may be the ones to actually ratify or amend the Constitution to his will, which I would hope that they wouldn't, right? I would hope that
right.
they wouldn't. But that's really what this is all about. This is really just, there's a lot of things that he said. I mean, he said in his inauguration speech, he said, it is the policy of the United States government that henceforth there shall only be two sexes, male and female. It's like, yo,
It's
all right,
just
just for the
hate.
record,
It's all
it's
hate.
it's all hate, but just for the record, there are only two sexes, male and female, right? Either male or female. Now, someone can change their sex and then be identified as a different sex, but that doesn't change their sex. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Right? Because I don't want to
No.
sound ignorant or dumb and like offend anybody, but like there are just the two sexes, and then people identify as a
I
different
think
thing.
there's some people, yeah, well, with you can put an X on your passport now, though. You say
Oh,
you
you
don't,
can.
yeah, and you don't identify as either.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. So to
Yeah.
anybody out there listening, I didn't know that. So don't hate me. Don't get
So
mad
that's
at
the
me. I
thing
was just trying to.
too. We were doing that show in the middle of nowhere, Cave Junction, Oregon, and this trans woman came up to Amani and was very because she had a little mention about a joke, and she's like, "Yeah, that's not a transphobic joke at all. I appreciate what you were saying." So it's just kind of cool that people everywhere, you never even know.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But
I'm
I
like,
look, man, I wouldn't want to live that life. That would be hard as fuck, man.
oh,
People
dude.
every second you leave, people looking at you, giving you shit,
Yeah,
whatever.
but okay. So you're saying that as a straight white male, right? So knowing how hard, and I'm saying as a person, as a straight black male, it's hard for me as a straight black male to like sit somewhere in public and have people like not look at me strange, right? Because people
Right.
do. They're walking down the street and they go, "Oh shit, what's going on?" Right? So just imagine
There's a big one.
there's a big one, right? Um, but just imagine if you're a person who feels like you're trapped in a different body and all you want to do is express outwardly how you feel inwardly. And if
Right.
that means you want to wear dresses or you want to change your sex or you want to take hormones or you want to have sex, whatever it is, it's what you feel like you have to do to make yourself feel whole, right?
Right.
And then the rest of the world, knowing that the rest of the world may potentially look at you like you're some freak or you're somebody different or odd or whatever the case may be, but people still move forward with it knowing that because the
Yeah.
desire to be themselves is stronger than anybody else's opinion or idea of who they are.
Amen.
Personally, look, I don't give a shit. I'm like, we all different.
Right.
And I don't have a problem with people being different, right? And I mean, that's for straight white guys, straight white women, straight black men, straight Asians, gays, whatever, whoever, be who you are. It's okay, right? It's okay. Be who you are. It's the people that have the problem with it,
Right.
right? It's the people who it's these MAGA people. Yeah, I knew you were looking for it. It's these MAGA people who can't seem to wrap their brains around uh people who are different or people who have different ideas or opinions and feelings, right? Wants, needs, and desires, right? Or even just different ways of being and living. And even amongst the MAGA, they ain't the same, right? They ain't the same, but they can accept that same because they like one idiot. They can accept the differences between them, but they can't accept the differences between anybody else. So, with that being said, I say fuck the MAGA.
All right. So there, man. We covered some of the Trump.
Okay,
We're probably good on that, right?
well, hold on. One more thing. So I just got a message that Donald Trump removed Anthony Fauci's security
Oh, right.
detail,
It's insane.
removed his security detail, and said that I feel no responsibility if any harm fell upon him. The
And all that
guy,
man did was try to take care of America in a pandemic.
and that's all that dude
And
did.
while Trump lied during the pandemic, and he's
Through
like,
his
it'll go
teeth.
away in April. And he got his fucking who was his black friend he got killed in Kansas? He went and did that you don't know?
Uh, it was shucks, who was it? I can't think of who it was. It was he was a politician, like a
Yeah,
former governor or mayor or something.
yeah.
Shucks. I can't remember who it
Herman
was.
Cain.
Herman Cain. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude gives zero fucks, man. Like he's just in office doing whatever the hell he wants, or at least trying to do whatever he wants. He's gonna be met with resistance on all fronts. But the funding for research, he just cut the funding for cancer research. This whole birthright citizenship, trying to get rid of that, trying to get rid of. This is funny to me. I don't know how anybody can hear diversity, equity, and inclusion and think of something bad, right? Like
Yeah. Like
it's a
it's like Black Lives Matter. Oh.
oh, Black Lives Matter. Who is it?
Grah.
Michael Che has a great joke about that. He goes, Black Lives Matter. He's like, how much is that? We're just saying they matter. They just matter, right? We're not saying that they're bigger or better or more important. We're just saying they matter.
No,
They don't matter.
you're
How
ruining football.
exactly? They can't matter. Just matter, right? Um, Yo, man, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. And the idea is funny to me how they take this is what they do, and this goes back to Reaganomics or Reagan era, where they take something positive and make it a negative, right? Like Reagan did that with Jimmy Carter, where he was like,
Right.
he's so smart that you can't understand what he's saying. He's too
Right.
intelligent, right? Like, and then people got mad. It's like, yeah, he's too smart for us dummies. We can't listen to him because we don't know the words that are coming out of his mouth, right? We don't understand those words. But instead of trying to get smarter, we just want somebody dumber,
Yeah,
right?
right. Someone dumb like me.
Someone dumb like me. And then we get somebody like George Bush Jr. who says, I'm a straight shooter. I'm just gonna tell you how it is.
I'll
Right?
have a beer with that fella.
I have a beer with that fella. People go, see, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand beer,
Yeah.
Bear. That's bear.
E.
B. All right. Um, but they take positives and turn them into negative, right? The idea of like they're like this whole woke culture.
Yeah,
No
that's
one wants to
a,
who these woke people. You know what woke means, you dumb motherfuckers?
they
Woke,
don't.
yeah, woke means that you're intelligent, that you're enlightened, that you have an awareness of what's happening around you. That means that you pull the curtain back and you can see what's really real. You dumb fucks that talk about this woke culture. Basically, when someone says they're anti-woke, that means you're anti-intelligence, you're
Yeah,
anti-smart, you're
yeah.
anti-knowledge, right? Ignorant bastards. See, you're gonna get me started. Now,
See,
see,
man,
this
that's
is
what I'm saying. I was trying to move on.
I was trying, you're gonna get me started on these dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's too long of it's 4 years ago, buddy. You gotta
We
have to.
we're 4 days in, and
Yeah, you're gonna have to relax, bro.
I'm ready to flip the table
Yeah,
and
it's
just
no
throw away the
good.
whole administration. So,
No, it's gonna be
uh,
too frustrating. I did hear something, and our future, probably first female president, AOC, was talking with Jon Stewart, and she was saying, like, the danger thing now is like originally the first time we're all like, oh, there's a lot of people stopping and this is not normal. And now we normalized a lot of his behavior that you've got, all these CEOs kissing his ass and all the
uh,
tech people going to his thing and all the people going to the inauguration. It's just like it's gross, man. And
it is gross.
Snoop Dogg, come on, Snoop. What are you doing,
Oh,
Snoop?
snap. Yeah.
I was like, wow, 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 look at the prices on Corona.
I heard someone mention how much money has Snoop made, right? That
Sell it
he's to the
out.
point that he's like, okay, I can do this. It was actually, remember comedian Ty Barnett?
Yeah.
Ty Barnett has been online, basically just talking to people, and he kind of talked about that. He was like, he talked about the fact that Snoop is to a point now where he doesn't need black people's money anymore. Not when he needed it for Snoop Dogg, or when he was on trial for murder as the case, and when he was trying to
Right.
restart his career after leaving Death Row and he went to No Limit. He needed black people's support, but
Yeah. You don't.
now he's transitioned that. This dude is on the Olympics. This dude is doing Corona commercials. He's getting money from outside the black community to the point that now he don't, whether we accept him or not,
It
it
doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. So now he can go do some Trump shit because he's still gonna get money. And in fact, it probably increases his quote, right? Because
He'll get more
people
white people to come to
he'll
his
get
shows.
he'll get more white people. So that's one. The other one was Ty Barnett, which was kind of funny because he said, Nelly, he said Nelly performed at the inauguration, but let's be honest, nobody's checking for Nelly, so we don't care. He ain't got that type of effect on the culture. So let's just move on. Whatever. Nelly can do whatever he wants to. No one's worried about Nelly, which I thought was hilarious.
There he
Oh
is,
yeah,
Ty
yeah.
Barnett with me. That was like my first week
Yeah, Ty
ever
Barnett
in
is the
SAC.
black gentleman, and then the tall guy, the white guy is Chris Porter, and both of those guys were on Last Comic Standing. That was like their introduction to the world for
Yeah.
us comedically.
Yeah,
Um,
that was when that was when they right after the show.
yeah, yeah,
And
So
yeah,
yeah,
they're
Ty
cool.
right now he's on a roll, man. He's killing it right now. As far as like his platform and the stuff that he's talking about, he ain't holding back. He put it out there. So
That's good.
um
That's what we need.
yeah, yeah, it's
That's
pretty
what
fun.
we
I
need.
texted him the other day. I was like, yo, Ty. I was like, yo, man, I love what you're doing, man. He's like, man, I'm just trying to make some things happen, bro. I was like, well,
It's
I was like, keep
the
it going because it's good.
speaking of keep it going, here it is, baby. March 25th, your boy, Sal Kalani. It's gonna be headlining the San Francisco
Wait, hold up.
Punchline.
You're gonna be there or this guy? Because this dude right here look.
Yeah, what you mean, dude? This is without the facial hair.
Come on. Sal put up a picture from 20 years ago.
Dude, that's like 5 years ago. You out your mind.
Dude, 5 years my ass, dude. That's
That's
not fun.
that's yeah, it is. It really.
All right, look,
Look,
I'm
I
gonna give
still
you,
have that hat and jacket.
dude. So, what does that mean? I look, I'll give you 7 years ago. All right, I won't go 20.
Yeah, that's my headshot. Deal with it.
I'll go 7 years ago. This, I feel
I'm
like it's
gonna
about
make
to be
sure
a,
they charge you double.
yeah,
Be like, yo, the guy with the jizz on his chin, he pays twice.
dude. Do you know I can walk into that club and get a set after your set if I
Yeah.
wanted to? I'll be like,
You're
yeah, let
gonna
me go
have
up
to
after set
pay
out.
for that child hanging from your chin.
I'm like, let me go. I said, well, how much time Sal doing? They like, he's doing 20. I'm like,
Yeah.
cut Sal down to 15. I'm gonna do
You
5.
you done got rusty, dog. You done got rusty. You gotta
Dude, I'm
get
still
back in the
funny.
game. Man.
Dude, I play like this. I will come up and do a set in the middle of your set.
Yeah. They'll pull you off the stage, dog. They'll be like, look at old man River. That's how Joe Louis got knocked out by Rocky Marciano. He's too old.
He was too old. That's funny.
He was
Dude, I'll
too
let you
rusty.
out of your 20, I'll let you do 10, and then I'll come up and do 3, and then let you have to follow me with your last 7.
You like talking to it's like Jordan still trying to talk trash to guys in the league.
Oh, hold up though. Hold up. Hey, don't forget Jordan. He still was busting dudes' ass in Charlotte. He was still getting out on the court with these guys.
Yeah, but it's funny. Last night, I was watching the Lakers Celtics, and LeBron is still so amazing. And he dunked this shit twice. Really
Okay.
badass. But I was like, I don't remember Wizards Jordan doing this at the same
Nah, he
age,
was nah, he wasn't doing that.
And
So
it's
who
just
ended up winning that
amazing.
game? Who
Oh,
ended
the
up
Lakers kicked their ass.
Shut
Uh,
up. The Lakers
yeah,
beat the
Lakers
Celtics?
kicked their ass. Like the Celtics, just they were off, dude. They were not making any of their shots. Jason Tatum and I saw Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown all went to the free throw. Like Jason Tatum missed both of his, and Jaylen Brown only had one. He missed. They missed three in a row. It was like they
Whoa.
were struggling. You see, the Cavs blew it, man. They lost the other night.
Garland missed those free throws.
Oh my God. We had three free throws and we got the ball. We could have
Yeah.
just iced the game. And he
Yeah, he
missed
just
two out of three free throws. That was terrible.
dude, he was struggling. And then they got the ball back and he made the one free throw to get within one. Um, oh
Yeah,
wow,
no,
they
it
beat
wasn't
the
good
they beat the
enough.
Celtics 117 to 96.
Yeah, but they had like Bronny James was in 5 minutes in, left. People were cheering for Bronny. He had
Bronny got
one,
into the game?
yeah, he got one shot off and it like bricked off the backboard. It wasn't
Oh,
even
okay.
close.
Oh, it wasn't close.
It
Okay.
wasn't close, dude. It's funny too. Like I saw people will make fun of any chance they can. They on TikTok, they're like, Bronny take really showing him up or whatever. Then he just showed him to brick the shot. But I mean, but they were cheering for him. People always want to hate, but like
Yeah,
he got some people were calling his name, bring him out on the court
no
because
way.
it was a blowout that the Celtics put all their guy backups in.
Okay.
So that, but you know who's good is that other rookie, the white kid, Connect.
Oh, Dalton Connect. Yeah. I mean, but
Uh,
Dalton came in. I think he had 4 years of college ball.
yeah,
And
yeah, he
yeah,
hits those threes. Yeah, he's good.
yeah.
He's the one
Dalton
they
can shoot.
drafted first. Yeah,
Yeah. Dalton can play. He's a
yeah,
baller. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a baller. But okay, that's good for the Lakers, man. This is really because Boston is gonna come out of the East. There's no doubt about it. Boston's gonna come out of the East.
What
I
you
mean,
talking about? The
the
Cavaliers,
Cavaliers,
baby.
the
Who
Cavaliers,
the fuck you think you are?
hey dude, the Cavaliers and the Yankees and the Knicks they'll make a show and they'll make a push and there'll be some good games, it'll be a good series. But I think Boston comes out of the East again.
You disappoint me, Reg.
I'm sorry,
Cavs are
man.
going all the way. Donovan Mitchell is going to bring us our second championship.
Dude,
I'm going to
they're
get
not
that paper soon.
dude, it's too early. It's too early.
The problem
If
is
they
we
were
were injured the other day. Didn't even have Mobley in. We got to
okay,
stay healthy. We missed Levert and Okoro, but yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's still early. Now, if they were like this after the All-Star break and we're, you know,
we'll find out.
we're getting late. How
I
many
mean,
games are we deep into
I don't
now?
understand.
20
You're
game?
like
No.
Boston just got their ass kicked, bro.
Dude, it's okay. They just beat the Warriors by
The
40, I think,
Warriors
the
are
other night.
garbage now.
But what I'm saying is, dude, they are clicking on all cylinders. They can have a bad game,
The Celtics
right?
are the Cavs are clicking on all cylinders.
Well, we can't. Garland can't even hit a free throw. He
That
got
was a bad shot. That was a
three
bad
attempts. He had
ending.
four attempts. You're
He had
down
three.
two.
Yeah, he had
No, he had
three.
four. He had four.
No, it was a three. He missed a 3 point. So
No,
he
but
had
then they called a flagrant.
right.
The-
So he didn't shoot the last shot. It was Donovan Mitchell.
no. I'm saying they. Oh, with the flagrant, he got fouled on the three, so he got the three shots, and with the flagrant foul, he get the ball back. But I thought there was a free throw
No,
with the
no, that was
flagrant.
it.
Okay,
No
okay,
for you, no. So
okay.
yeah, but yeah,
So
they blew it, man. It was sad, but
down two,
that's all right.
and he makes one of three.
I told this guy the other night, and he goes, "Ah, they could afford to lose some." I
Hey,
mean, they've been hot, but
yeah,
I love how they play. They play very well as a team. They're very pass it around a lot. Like
right.
they and all
They
the
got a good
guys,
offense,
yeah,
sounds
all the
like.
guys could fucking shoot,
Okay.
and their defense has been very strong.
Well, it's like this. I think the Cavaliers are a great example of what they mean about a team being like 2 or 3 years away. Even though it's a long season, there's a lot of
Cold-blooded
games.
Reg.
Huh?
We going this year, dog.
Well, I just think that, guys are playing well together. There's a lot more trust. There's better understanding of each other's games. Egos have probably been put in check
Yeah,
in
well,
some
keeping
way.
them together, the core together after already 1 year together, that was smart.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
I like exactly what they're doing. And fucking LeBron's manager, his buddy represents Darius Garland, and he was threatening to trade him and shit. And it's like, slow down, buddy.
Oh,
Keep them
talking about
together.
from Clutch.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
his name? Lil dude.
yeah. But
Um,
anyway, the guy he saw
okay.
at the Akron
The guy
airport
who's
with
the guy who's
the
married to Adele, the
jersey.
singer.
They got married?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, he's married to
Wow.
Adele, bro.
That's
Yo,
hilarious.
shout out to Adele for loving the brothers. I ain't mad at you.
From Cleveland, Ohio. How about that? Look at that. Cleveland guys getting all the celebrity singers. Taylor Swift with Kelsey, he's a Cleveland guy.
Is he a Cleveland guy? No, he's a
He's from Cleveland.
is he from Cleveland? Okay, I
Yeah,
know
the
he's in
Kelsey
Ohio.
brothers are from Cleveland.
But
Cleveland
LeBron
Heights.
ain't from Cleveland, he's from Akron.
Well, it's
Steph is from
Cleveland.
Akron.
That's 25 minutes away.
And what's the dude? What's the little dude from Clutch?
I don't know.
Uh Rich Paul.
Yeah, that's it.
Rich
That's
Paul,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
I think he's an Akron guy too.
I guess my cat chose not to sleep on me. All
Okay.
right, so Reg, let's go into some the food that was pretty popular last week, I think.
Okay.
The Paris thing. So I told you I was going to try the Mediterranean diet.
Right.
So I've been doing the Mediterranean diet, and I celebrated by starting off with the steak, which was
I thought Mediterranean diet would involve lamb. I
yeah,
thought they got
there was no steak supposed to be on it. I'll send you the
yeah.
steak.
I'm
That
like
steak
I'm
was
like this dude.
bomb.
He's like I'm doing the American Mediterranean diet.
Yeah, no,
Steak
so
and potatoes.
this was before I started. Now, so I don't have any pictures of the Mediterranean. Basically, it's salads. I do salads for lunch. I would see part of it too is like I like to cook, so I want to
Okay.
just try something different. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, you do
Because
like to cook. I give you props for that.
hey, get out of there, motherfucker. But here, check out the steak, bro. I
Okay,
mean,
let's
I
see.
do like a good steak.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at your onions and your mushrooms and a little
Mushrooms,
bit of potatoes and broccoli. I like that. All right.
yeah, it was good, dude. It was bomb.
That
It was
steak is a little
bomb.
fatty though. See, I don't like all the fat. I know everyone says, but that's where the flavor is. I'm like,
Well, that's
I
just
don't
on
like
the
that.
end there, but over there it was okay. Where the meats.
So, how did you cook this? Like, it's obviously in a grill, like not a grill, but stovetop, like in a skillet
Yeah, I did it on the pan.
on a pan.
Yeah, I did it like the French chefs do. Because usually if it's a thicker one, you sear it on both sides, and then which would probably be like 2, 3 minutes, and then you put it in the oven, and I'm trying to think if you cover it in the oven. No, you don't need, no, you don't cover it. You just put it in the oven. And then for
Okay.
like 8 minutes, if that, at like
Okay.
400. Some people even less, but around that. And then it's perfect. This was a thinner steak. So a lot of ways they do it, the chefs do it, like Gordon Ramsay, them. You just do it in the pan the whole time. So you
Okay.
sear it, but then what they do is they constantly cover it in the butter and they keep cooking it in its own juices. And that's kind of what I did with this. I had like this vegan butter and I was doing it, and that's how I cooked this. So it was great. But
Okay.
yeah, so that's the way to do it on the stove, either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can be honest with you. I haven't cooked a steak in, man, 25
Why are you
years.
kidding? Well, you've eaten steak though. You go out and eat it, right?
I haven't had, I mean, I've had ground beef.
That
Um,
don't count.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think. When was the last time I had a steak? I had a steak in college. We played in
Oh
Montana.
my God, dude. You
Well,
don't
hold up. I'm trying
in
to think. I'm trying to
college.
think. I know, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. There may have been, I don't order steak, bro. Like maybe one like 20 years ago.
Like once in a while, like like one time like Meadows and I went to a nice steakhouse and it was steak. Like it was that's what you get. You're not
Yeah.
gonna not get steak if you're at that place. And it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. Man, all right. It's got to be another time. There's got to be a time since
I'll tell
where
you,
I've done
man, this
snake.
makes me want. I'm gonna buy another one this weekend and cook a steak up.
Man, you can't be eating that shit
It's
all the
fucking
time.
no, but like it's been like 2 weeks, so
Dude, look, steak should be like twice a year.
I was telling you, man, when
Once in 6 months.
it's
Once every
so
six
good
months.
though, like a steak and red wine and then mashed potatoes. Come on, man, with the mushroom and onion.
No, I
Rich,
hear you.
down
I
you
hear you.
dog.
I'm just talking about health, man. As you get older, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I turned 50 last year, because I'll be 51 this year, when I turned 50 last year and I got my physical, the thing that the doctor left me with, he was like, all right, everything looks good. He's like, your blood pressure's great and um he's like, your lungs sound good. He's like, everything looks good. He goes, but at this phase in your life, this new phase, he goes, the thing that you need to focus on now is your heart health. He's like, so just be conscious of what you're eating, your heart health, stay active, and he's like your salt intake. It's about heart health and blood pressure at this age, right?
Right, right, right.
So for me, I already, I got a story for everything, but I had a friend who passed away with heart disease at 21. Shout out to Lamont Madden. At 21. Now he was genetically predisposed because both of his
Yeah.
parents had heart disease and they died from it at an early age too.
Oof.
And so he was kind of dealt a raw hand. But at 21, about 2 weeks before graduating from college, he passed. And and once I kind of got an understanding about heart disease, I started looking it up and like kind of doing a deep dive about like what causes it. And the number one thing on the list is red meat. And I
Yeah,
was like,
no, yeah, no, yeah.
right, the number one. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like,
Yeah.
because at 20, well, like when you at 21, when we think that I mean, we're just about to graduate from college with our degrees and enter the world and start trying to be somebody or be something, right? And then someone leaves at 21, it shatters any ideas that you have about being invincible and the
Bro,
idea
totally,
that you
totally.
live forever, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once I did that deep dive about heart disease and just understood that red meat had a huge impact on that and lack of and actually and drinking excessively can contribute to that and lack of fitness. I was like, all right, I'm good. So not saying that I never had another steak after that, but I was like,
Reggie ruining all the fun of eating a
I'm
steak.
just saying, man. All I'm saying that's why I said just have one every 6 months.
So,
I'm
all
talking
right.
about like every 2 weeks.
So here's what I've been doing with the Mediterranean diet. So that was with this, to kick it off. So then salads for lunch every day. Now, what I kind of like salads. You know what I mean? Like I never, a lot of people don't like, but what's cool about salad is you can do the variety, bro. So
Yeah.
like I just get this is what you do, people. Don't buy the lettuce in the bags. Okay, first off, it expires too quickly and it's more pricey. Just get a hunk. Get a hunk. I don't do the iceberg, I got romaine. Okay.
Okay.
And then
All right. Romaine is
because
good. You
but
didn't
then
want
I
to go
got
a
a mixed
Asparagus,
greens.
not asparagus, but arugula and spinach.
Oh, well, I bought spinach too. Okay. And
Okay,
I, again,
okay,
I bought a bunch, you know what I mean?
okay.
And, it's better to get like organic when it's leafy. I was telling Reggie, he was telling me this, like, if, to save money, I know organic's expensive, people. If you're gonna get non-organic, my buddy who was in the organic biz, Monad, who we've had on here years ago, anything with a thicker skin is usually protected. The meat inside is protected because pesticides they could do it. So like bananas for sure, one of the thickest things. But now when you're eating like a strawberry, that's like one of the most,
That's one of the dirty dozen.
vulnerable. Yeah, that's one of the most
Yeah,
vulnerable to it. So because that's right
yeah,
up on the skin, and then you're putting that right in your mouth.
and into your system.
Yeah, so berries are something I always try and get organic for sure
Yeah,
because of
you
that.
gotta go organic, bro. I mean, with all
So
the pesticides,
yeah,
uh, yeah, like you gotta go organic.
yeah. I will say one thing I have a problem getting organic is celery. Because every time the celery is skinny and shitty.
Yeah.
And it goes
Well, okay.
bad quick too.
Well,
Sometimes
okay.
organic
So
goes bad too quick.
this is what you do with celery. I think you can get celery at Trader Joe's, organic celery at Trader Joe's,
Right.
but
Yeah.
to keep celery crispy and crunchy, right? To avoid that bendy,
Yeah. Limp
right?
dick celery. Again, Reggie, that's all you think about.
Exactly. Um, you got to store it in water, bro.
In water, like a
In
fucking
water.
what?
You gotta
Like a
you gotta
what?
you
Like
gotta
in a
store it in
bowl?
like put it. I mean, I would say get your celery as soon as you get it, chop it up, right? Chop off the ends, chop off the top, and then chop them into like reasonable lengths, right? And then store them in water. It keeps them crispy.
Really?
Yep. Oh, look at this guy. This one's different. Which one is
No,
this
this
one?
is Carmen. She'll kill you. She
Oh,
already
okay.
doesn't want me holding her. She might scratch. Yep, there she goes.
She's,
Yeah.
she's like, let go of
Ah,
me.
I'm crazy and mad all the time. She's trying to
Uh,
open the door. She wants to go out.
is
Yeah.
she's not an outdoor cat though. You got all
No,
indoor cats.
I'll have to always be with her if I go out. But I'm trying to, encourage her to go outside here because I'm, not far from the outside. And she's gone outside a couple times a door, not outside yet. So, well, there's a
Okay.
little fucking stray out there. I'm gonna have to chase off before I take her outside.
Okay. Are your cats neutered?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the whole bit about getting sprayed on by the male because he
Oh,
wasn't.
that's right. Wait, which
He
one is the
wasn't.
male?
The little guy, Metro.
Metro. Oh, Metro's a male. The one
Yeah,
that you bend up and head on.
yeah. That's the one. That's why
Oh,
Carmen don't
okay.
like him. If it was a
Okay.
female, I think it'd be different.
Okay.
Um, okay, so anyway, I was just gonna say about my salads, dude. Multiple dressings. Got the olive oil, got the vegan Caesar, got the balsamic if I want. Mix it all up with whatever. Other good things, people. Of course, the tomatoes and all that, but the little almond slivers or the slices of almond is a
Yeah,
good
yeah. Slice
add.
almonds. Yeah.
Croutons, so I'll do a little crouton just because it's good to have
Okay.
a little crunch. You don't get
Okay.
crazy. And then olives, artichoke hearts, uh
Oh yeah, you like all
friggin'
this stuff.
feta.
Yeah.
I get Italian. So then
Oh,
here's a
feta.
pasta I made that night. So mostly and here's another thing we need a lot, couscous. I made couscous
A
last night.
couscous.
Yeah, and like, we had it at the Moroccan joint, but like um
So
last night
you
I had some like couscous with veggies and then like put a little chicken on it.
hey guys, Sal was a chef in a past life.
Well, check
This
out this
dude.
pasta I made. So no red sauce, just oil, olive oil. That's
Okay.
it, dog.
All right, let's see.
And I mean, it's beautiful, Reg. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I see you.
you got the little spinach, got the artichoke hearts, the olives, the
Nice.
tomatoes.
I got a
Yeah.
scam likely call coming in.
Yeah, that's all it is
That's all.
nowadays.
Only time my phone ring is when it's a scam. Man, you got a lot of feta on there. Holy
So
smokes.
there's a couple big chunks, couple big chunks. Feta, a little
Couple.
feta goes
I'm
around.
counting five right now. Five huge chunks. And you're lactose intolerant.
Well, no, that's the thing, Reg.
Oh, is it goat cheese or something?
Sheep.
Or
Feta is
sheep
sheep. And
cheese?
I got the nicer cheese that was 100% sheep cheese because there's so many frauds out there. There's feta frauds.
Feta
There's
frauds.
mozzarella frauds, a lot of big mozzarella frauds.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
dude, like because buffalo mozzarella. They
Buff
call it the real buffalo mozzarella is from a
Moots.
buffalo.
Okay.
And the ones they
Oh,
sell in
really?
the yeah, the ones they
Whoa,
sell
whoa,
in the
whoa, 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 whoa,
US
whoa, wait.
is from
They milk buffalo?
yeah, it's like a water buffalo, you
They
know.
milk water buffaloes and
Yeah,
then
and
they
that's
make
what they make.
cheese?
That's how they make the buffalo mozzarella. But then it's cheaper to do it with cows out here, so that they do only cow milk in the States, basically. When I
Okay.
was in Vegas, I won money. We go to Italy. I love Italy. It has all the Italy stuff there.
Italy, is that a store?
Italy is there's one here in LA, there's one in Vegas. They're abouts, okay? So
Okay.
it's not, but I love it as an Italian because there's like, I don't know, 10, 15 different kiosks, and you
Okay.
just go and they all have different types of Italian food.
All right. I gotta ask you a question because I've never asked you this.
Yeah.
But I'll let you finish first and then we'll come back
Well,
to
my
it.
point is I won money, so then I was like, I went to get the cheese section, right? And they had $8 more. You get real buffalo mozzarella.
Ah,
Not,
okay.
and I paid the extra just to get it there, just because I'm like, I want what I can have that won't hurt my stomach.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
so I wish I could commiserate with you on this, but I don't eat cheese at all, bro. Like I can't do it. I'm, lactose intolerant. Plus, I don't like the way it tastes. Like I have legitimately tried to eat it because I was like, all right, let me just see. And I put it in my mouth and I'm like, I don't like the way it tastes at
Yeah, it's
all.
weird,
So,
Reg. You're a weirdo.
well, no, I used to like I'm a weirdo. I used to like mac and cheese as a kid, right?
Yeah,
I think
mac and
I've shared
cheese
this
is good.
story,
I'll have vegan mac
but
and cheese still.
I think it was daycare or whatever it was before I got into school. We were eating it all the time. And I literally just one day was like, I can't eat this shit anymore. I'm like, I'm done. And I was done for life. And that was it. That was the end of it. There was no more
Dude, I
mac and
wonder, you know
cheese.
what? I wonder because you probably weren't raised breastfed. I wonder if that affected your love of dairy.
No, because I loved milk growing up.
Oh, that's
I used to
true.
go through a
It's
gallon of
just
milk a
cheese,
week.
huh?
Yeah, I don't like cheese.
Even
I don't
the
like
orange
cheese.
American slices?
Nope. I don't like any form of cheese. But
That's fine.
I
I would
drank
eat that
milk.
as a snack.
Oh,
As a
wow. Yeah, I
kid,
know. I
I
knew
used to
kids
just
that peel
yeah,
off that plastic.
yeah, just eat it and just eat the cheese. I
I mean,
ate
come
that
on.
all the time.
Wait, hold up. They have those cheese sticks, little things they
Yes,
give
yes, where we
kids.
spread out the crackers.
No, no, not even spread those. I'm talking about just the cheese now that
Oh,
comes
oh,
the
string
little
cheese.
the
Yes, I
string,
used to get that all the time too, where you
and
just
you peel it and it's
yeah.
string. But there's also where they just peel it and just eat it.
There's all fun ways to eat cheese, and then and you know the aerosol thing, psh,
Oh
you
yeah, it's
cheese
all bad.
whiz.
Yeah, I didn't do. I don't do any of the cheese, bro. Like no cheese for me. But
Uh,
I drank milk as a kid. I would go through a gallon of milk a week, and I drank milk well into my 20s and possibly into my early 30s, somewhere around 32 or 33. I just started to realize that every time I drank milk, and it progressively got worse, I would get gas. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then it got worse and worse, and then it got to the point that's like I drink milk, and I was like, I gotta go, right? And so yeah, I cut it out. So no dairy for me.
okay,
Um,
that's good.
yeah, no dairy for me. But this one I want to ask you. All
Yeah,
right.
buddy. What it
So
is.
there's Italians and there's Sicilians,
Mm.
and from my understanding, the Italians ain't fucking with the Sicilians.
Well,
But I mean, it's two separate places. I understand the boot, and I know they always say the boot is kicking the little island of Sicily. But I mean, are they really just like, what's the difference? That's what I'm trying to figure. I'm like, because there are people who are like, I'm Sicilian, and then there are other people who are like, I'm Italian, and then some people who are Sicilian like, well, I'm Italian too, right? Because I
well,
think
it's
you,
part of the country. So, you know what I mean? That's like saying you're not American, you're Southern American, you know, because you're from the South.
oh, okay, so
So
then
basically,
Sicilians are Italians.
yeah,
Then
they
how come
are.
Italians have such an issue with Sicilians then?
Well, like, you know, people having problems with black people, like in America, you know, further south.
Ah,
Darker
okay,
skin,
yeah,
poor, hardworking, the gangster thing. Because I mean,
okay,
that's really where it started. The mafia
right.
started in Sicily because You
The
know,
Italians were oppressing them.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of hate and stuff there. Now I don't know much about that shit, except that
Yeah.
one time when I tried to buy that suit and the guy got mad at me because I was Sicilian. But like,
Yeah. I remember that.
uh, it's so yeah, and a lot of it is another thing is the dark features, dark
Mhm.
hair and stuff, because a lot of Northern Italians, and my buddy Stefani's a Northern Italian, red hair.
Really?
Oh yeah, the Northern
Uh,
Italians, where you're more near the border up near Switzerland and shit. Yeah, the
yeah.
Alps.
See,
Yeah,
there's
that's
something
a
that's
different type of
infiltrated.
Italian.
There's
Yeah,
been something that's infiltrated the bloodline,
right.
right?
And then down in Italy, it's yeah, it's different. And then as you further go south, and the guy who got mad at me at the suit shop, he's from Napoli. Naples is literally right on the other end, the tip of the toe, like compared
Oh
to Sicily.
wow.
Like it's
So he
down
could
there
see
too.
it.
Yeah,
He could see
basically. And
it.
he's like,
That's funny.
fuck them,
Wait,
fuck them.
he's the guy that was like a Sicilian ain't good. They're
Yeah.
good for nothing but using a blade,
Yeah, he's like, they
right?
don't even know how to read or write. The only thing they're good at is using a fucking blade. And I was
Using a
like,
fucking blade.
oh
Well,
my
you know what
God,
that
dude,
is.
I'm trying to buy a suit, dog.
That sounds like a guy who had a bad encounter with one Sicilian, and now he's
Yeah.
it's like the guy who gets beat up by a black dude and be like, black people suck. Like,
Yeah.
no, that black guy sucks. And I don't even know if he sucked. He just beat you up. Maybe you deserved it,
Right.
right?
Right. I told you that about my father. I think that was like where a lot of his racism started was he was robbed by two black guys when he was like in his early 20s. And the rumor is they supposedly made him strip his clothes so he could have run down the street and call
Oh, so he
and
got
tie. I don't know if
robbed.
they tied him up too, but I
Oh,
don't know.
dude. I get it. He was robbed and he was humiliated and he was traumatized.
Right.
That's
This
a
is probably like early 70s. You know what I
Oh yeah, so
mean?
that's a triple whammy. It was a triple whammy. He was like, maybe if they
Right.
just robbed him, he'd
Could
be
have been
like,
the
man, those
60s, really. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
if they just robbed him, then he goes, man, those black dudes suck. But
Yeah.
they rob you and then they take your clothes, you go, man,
Yeah.
black people suck, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this would have been the 60s for sure.
Oh, and that was during the 60s, the whole
The
Black
60s,
Power
like, yeah,
movement.
like they're not even allowed to share fountains and
Exactly. It's like, we got the civil rights movement going and they got their own separate entrance and bathrooms and water fountains and all this kind of shit. And now I'm getting robbed by the people who can't even go in the
yeah,
front
my
door.
dad was probably ready to go like march for him. He's like, oh no, I'm gonna go march for that. Whoa, what are you doing to me?
He's like, and I was about to go, I was about to help you guys. I was about to
Oh my
support you.
God.
And now I say, fuck all yous. Mm. Dude, there's a guy that I used to work with. He now works for a different company. And he has become more and more conservative over the years, and he's
Mhm.
he's married to an Asian woman. He's got like two Asian kids, maybe three Asian kids, and this dude is super conservative and supports, Donnie. I can't ever say his brand. I'm not gonna say his brand, his last name, but we'll say Donald or Donnie, whatever's the most disrespectful way to refer to him, right?
I just
Uh,
always loved the hashtag FDT.
FDT. Okay. Um, But this dude, he had a situation once where he got robbed. He used to live in San Francisco. He still does, and he got robbed on a bus, or he got beat up on a bus by some black kids one time where they were
Mm.
playing their music or they're being loud, and he tried to do that thing where he was like, "Hey guys, cut it out or turn down your music," and these kids were like, "Man, forget you."
That's
And
the
he was,
thing, though. Like, yeah, yeah.
and then
Because
he went on,
people get
yeah.
hard and then they get fucked up.
Yeah, but see, this is the problem. This is the problem. And look, I feel for the guy. I'm sorry that he got beat up by some black dudes, right? But you
Was he a
can't
white
blame.
dude?
He's a white dude,
Yeah.
and he's Italian white dude. You can't blame all the black people because a couple black people did something dumb. But they do that with us, right? Like,
Right.
excuse me. There was I heard this guy talking about this made up term, right? The made up term that they use for black people is this whole thing of black on black crime.
Mm.
They don't say Asian on Asian crime, white on white crime, right? They don't say Latin, Hispanic on Hispanic crime, but they love to throw out black on black crime is at an all-time high, right? And there's so few of us that it's not as high. It's not nearly as high as other people who there's just more of them just
Right,
sheer
right.
people, right? But there's this idea of black on black crime, and it exists, and it's this thing that's in the world, and it's happening everywhere. Dude, it's poor people robbing poor people, right? Like it's not just this whole thing of black on black
Then
crime.
why do you think they do that? To make it seem like even black people are scared of black people?
I think it's just another way of trying to label black people, put them in a box to
Mm.
make things more sinister. I think, and not to get into a whole racial conversation, but honestly, man, based on black people's history in this country, how we got here, what we endured, what has been done to us, how we've been treated. And I mean, I'm talking about through slavery and taking our language and taking our culture and taking our hands and taking our feet and hanging us from trees and then releasing us or letting us go only to make us to not offer us anything to be able to survive and give us the opportunity to keep working on the same crops um, and not get paid in a certain way because sharecropping or whatever the case may be, with redlining, with discrimination, with civil rights, like the way we've been treated in this country from the beginning, we should we have every right to be as angry and as mad as we want to be at this country, right? Based on how it's treated us. But we are honestly, wholeheartedly, without a doubt, some of the most forgiving people ever. We're the only people in this country who's been enslaved in this country, right? As far as from the beginning. Now, I know that they put Japanese people in concentration camps, and I know that the Chinese were building railroads, but they weren't enslaved here for 400 years. All
Right.
this capital and wealth that these people have is built on free labor. That's why all this conversations about immigration and trying to get rid of people and all that kind of stuff, all these people who own these crops, hey man, they have been utilizing cheap labor. That's
Right, right.
that's that's the only reason our food has been as cheap as it is because we have these people who come in and who are willing to do these jobs that nobody else wants to do for below minimum wage without the same working conditions. So for this country to be as adamant as it is about trying to get rid of immigrants, they don't understand the impact that immigrants have on this country. They don't understand what we have experienced in this country historically and what we continue to experience today. So to have a guy in office right now whose main agenda is to turn back the clock, to take away people's rights, right? To limit people's access. Man, it's a dark day in America, bro. The 20th, January 20th was a dark day, bro. But you know what though? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah, I thought you liked that one, Reg.
So we're gonna be all right though. As long as we keep
Dipsy.
playing this and reminding us, to keep reminding us. I like how quickly it changed. It's like, and
Yeah.
that's how it's gonna be. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
All right, that's probably a good one. Let's wrap it up, my
All
man.
right. Okay. With that being said,
Oh, hey, wait, before we do that, what's your prediction for the Super Bowl? So we got Final
the
Four this
Chiefs,
weekend. It's Chiefs versus Bills, Commanders versus Eagles.
Chiefs versus Bills. I think the Chiefs are gonna win that one. And then the Commanders versus who'd you just say?
Eagles. The
The Eagles.
Eagles.
Man, I would like to see a replay of the Chiefs and the Eagles, and I like to see the Eagles actually show up to play. I like Jalen Hurts. And I
Why
like to
they
see,
played before? I don't even
yeah,
remember this.
remember the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl
Oh, okay.
last year, I think it was.
No, last year they
No,
beat
no, it wasn't last year. Year before last, right?
that's funny now. I can't even remember who the hell they beat last year. They
Oh, who?
beat the Niners. They beat the Niners
The
last
Niners,
year.
that's right. So 2 years ago, 2 years ago, they beat the Eagles. Um, but yeah, man, like honestly, I would have been happy to see Detroit come out of it, but they kind of shit the bed against the
Oh,
Commanders.
that was so bad.
It was so bad. Um, but I gotta say, after the game, I saw a highlight where the Commanders were running into the locker room after beating the Lions at home
Yeah.
in Detroit. Magic Johnson, I guess he's a part owner of the Commanders. He was standing there, and every player that came out, he was like, yeah, congrats, like, yo, let's get it. We working. And I like Magic so much that I was kind of like, man, I kind of like the Commanders now. Right? And they played hard and they played well. I thought they had a great game plan. They showed up, they
That
did the
that
thing.
rookie is amazing though.
Yeah.
Jaden
The
Daniels.
wide receiver? No, was
No,
it wide
the
receiver?
quarterback,
Oh, the
Jalen
quarterback.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so accurate. He's so calm in the pocket. Like I
Oh,
want
good.
Bills versus Commanders, a rematch
Okay.
of like Super Bowl in 91 or 90 something.
All right.
But and then I would like to see the Commanders win it all, maybe. I don't know. Right, the rookie makes history. But I definitely think Chiefs and Eagles are the favorites.
Okay. So what's the quarterback's name? You just said his name? Jalen Daniels.
Yeah.
Jalen Daniels. I just read a piece about him that his career or his career changed at LSU because they incorporated VR technology.
Oh yeah, he uses VR
He uses VR.
to
And
practice the plays, and it helps him because he gets through it quicker.
he
You know
gets
what
to
I
it.
mean?
And with the VR, they the defenses and they have the exact same plays. They have the
Yeah,
defenses of the
it's
other team.
crazy.
So he is adamant when he got drafted because at LSU it changed his whole thing. Like when he started doing that, he actually became one of the best quarterbacks in the country and had these great phenomenal
Wow.
games. So before he got drafted, when he interviewed with teams, he made it a priority for he was like, he's like, in order for me to do this, there has to be VR technology involved. And the
Wow.
commanders were like, don't worry about it. Okay. So he's still been using that. And basically what it comes down to is when he's in the VR technology, when he's using the VR technology, he's actually seeing the defenses of the other teams. He's running his plays, but they speed it up. So he has to react quicker because of how at the speed at
Right.
which is happening. And because he can do it on a regular basis, they said he's taking something like 1,300 more snaps than he would in just
Wow.
practice. So when he gets on the field, because he's been, and your brain, and I got a great story about this, because your brain can't tell the difference between fact and fiction sometimes, or what's real and what's not real. When he gets into the games, the people can't respond as quickly as the game, so the game is slower to him,
Right. It slows it
right?
down.
It slows it down, which has always been an issue for rookies coming into the NFL because they always talk about how fast the game is compared to
Right.
college. So they have to adjust to that,
I mean, so
right?
much of the game is mental.
It's all
Like,
it's
and
mental.
like Tom Brady was so amazing. He didn't run around, him and Peyton Manning. They just knew everything so well. They
Right.
studied it so well. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's amazing. To do it
It's
with
amazing.
VR where you could actually see what it would be and what you're going to be up against.
Yeah.
And
It's
it
crazy.
shows. Like he is so calm in the pocket. Like he knows where everyone should be. It's
Dude,
so
he's seen it.
anyway, I want to
He's
see
seen it.
Washington Buffalo.
Okay, well, he's seen it a, a hundred, hundreds of more times than anyone else.
Yeah, so
So,
it is an
um,
advantage.
I did. I have a friend of mine, or this guy I know who has VR technology at his place, and I was over there, and we're just messing around, and he had this thing. It's called the plank. I don't know if you've heard of it, but what it is you're in this. It's a city, and you go into this building, right? You walk into this building, and there's an elevator, and you go up in the elevator. So you get in, and you press the button with your hand. You got the whole thing on, and then the elevator goes up, and when it opens up to a plank that goes out over the city. So you walk when the elevator opens up, you are legitimately looking. You can see you're looking at the top of buildings, the sky. There's birds. There's a plane. Like it's crazy. And if you're focused, your brain starts to switch over because when you look around, that's what you're seeing,
Right,
right?
right, right.
And the whole idea of the plank is that you walk out on the plank. And what this guy had was he had an actual plank that he puts on the floor that you step on. And it's just like that thick, like a regular, inch and a half, 2 inches, right? But you can feel it on your feet. So now you're walking out. And as you're walking out, I start etching out because my mind is now switched over where it's like, oh shit, because you look down and you look like you're like 30 stories high, 50 stories high, right? So I walk out, I get out there, I'm standing at the end, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy, man. And then one of my other friends who was there pushes me.
Ha ha ha.
Dude, he pushed me. And all of a sudden now I'm like, "Ah," and the world is moving. I'm falling. Bro, in my head, Sal, I felt like I was gonna die because I
What?
could. because I couldn't do anything. I was sitting there like, and I had this thing on, and the word is passing, and I'm just like, ah, ah,
You start
and then,
screaming.
dude, I'm like, and I'm falling, and then it stops, and I take the thing off, and I go, dude, I started crying.
What the hell, Reg?
Dude, I started crying. Like I didn't break down in tears, but I was like, dude, I felt that that's the first time I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, but that was the first time that I actually felt like I'm going to die.
What in the
I'm
fuck? You knew you were in the game.
No, that's the thing. The point I'm trying to make is that for your brain, you start to switch over. The reason why Jalen Daniels is doing so well because his brain, when he's looking at it, it's real time for him. Like it's a real thing. So his brain can't differentiate between the two. Thus why when he gets in the game, everything is slower because it's like, oh, this game is a lot slower. Oh, there's my guy right there. Boom. Oh, the defense is
Hey
coming. I see
man,
him.
my
Dude,
nephew,
that's a true story,
my
100%.
nephew, he has like that game. He has something like that. I went over there and I played it, and now what he has on the floor is a mat, so you know where your feet are. Because if you go outside the mat, you can hit your hands against the wall. You can run into the wall.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean? So that is very important. And there was a thing, yeah, you're going up top and you're climbing, and then he would like jump to stuff, but there's water beneath it. But I do remember that weightless, like falling, like you see it, and I was like, ah, like you really do feel like you're falling, But
Exactly.
I did
So
it
why are you trying to make me sound like I'm
because
crazy when
I
you
wasn't
experienced it?
like, oh my God, I was gonna die. Like I
Dude,
knew I was in a game.
no, no, no. But Sal, I'm talking about being up high.
Yeah,
You're up
it trips
high,
you out.
yeah, and you look down, and in
Yeah.
your mind's eye, like I'm looking down at the ground, which is 100 feet away, bro. Like it was
It is
crazy.
trippy, man. It's no,
So I get
it
it.
makes me nauseous. I can't really mess with that stuff.
That's
Like,
because your body is reading it as reality. That's
yeah,
why. That's why you
yeah.
get nauseous. So yeah, man, I get it. I mean, look, if Jalen Daniels is doing this, if he gets them to the Super Bowl and they win, and it comes out that
Everyone's
this is
getting VR.
everyone, they're like, this dude is outworking us just with VR, getting 1,300 more snaps,
Yeah,
going
no, I
through.
think it's huge because just to know all the plays, to know that it's the
Yes,
studying, man.
yeah, yeah.
And then
So
he has the ability to just throw and run, like he's so accurate. Yeah,
right. Well,
he's
and he might be an anomaly in a way because I don't know if, like you just said, but I'm aware it's a game. Now, for the guy who can't suspend his reality, right, his imagination to really be into it, then it may be harder for him. But for the guy who can really get into it and
an
see
actual
it,
realist.
yeah, who like goes through the
Yeah,
motions, then
yeah,
for him, it could be life altering. So,
yeah. I look
um,
forward to the games, man. We'll see
yeah.
what
All
happens
right.
if
So, all right. So
yeah.
you want to see the Commanders and the Bills.
Yeah, I think that'd be
And
fun because I'm sick of the old regime. But if the
dude,
Chiefs go, I'm gonna root for the Chiefs over the Eagles.
okay,
I can't root for the Eagles, but 'cause I fuck Kevin Shea. But I'll root for the Commanders if the Commanders get there. Joey
okay.
Bragg, he's a Commanders fan. I've been
Oh, that's right.
congratulating
That's
him
right.
every week,
Okay.
and he's losing his mind right now because it's crazy. It's never happened in his lifetime, so it's
Yeah.
really interesting.
He's on the precipice of something
We're
huge.
like, and like our old farts. I saw the Washington win twice before.
Oh, okay.
With they beat the Bills the one time in the '90s, and then
Oh,
when
the
I was real
Redskins. They
young,
were the Redskins.
yeah, they were the
Yeah.
Redskins, and then they beat the Broncos. They beat the Broncos ass
Oh,
in
the Denver
Elway
Broncos.
back in
Okay.
the day. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Now you know me. I
You want to
personally,
see greatness, you want to see Mahomes. Now look, if
dude,
Mahomes does it 3 times in a row, which has never been done in the history of the
wait, Brady didn't do it
NFL,
3 times in a row?
not in a row. He's got twice in a row, but never three in a row. So if Mahomes does that, I mean, he puts himself in a whole nother atmosphere almost. It's amazing.
Dude, he's already 3 or 4.
Yeah, and the one he lost, I
Was to
just
Tom
remember it's the one
Brady.
the Broncos won or the Bucks won, right? But there was no blocking, man. They were going after Mahomes after every down. Like
Hey,
there's nothing he
dude,
could have done.
there's nothing he could do. And if you're gonna lose in the Super Bowl, then you lose to the GOAT, right?
Right,
To
right.
Tom
And
Brady,
then he
right?
got these two without Tyreek Hill. These,
Without Tyreek. Tyreek Hill, I know he got to be kicking himself because if he stayed on that team, he'd at
come
least have
on.
two.
Well, he says he wants to leave Miami now.
Yeah, he would have 3 Super Bowl appearances and 2 wins.
No, he'd
right?
have 3 wins, 4 appearances, because he was there for the first two, I
Yeah,
think.
but for his, oh, he was there for the first two. So he
Yeah, so he
won one,
won
lost one,
one, and then he
lost
lost
one.
to the Bucks, and then he
Okay,
went to Miami.
but see, that's the thing. For his position, he wouldn't be able to sustain that level. He would only been there for after that third year, they would let him go, right? Because he'd have been washed up, used up.
No, he's
Uh,
amazing
is
still.
he still amazing?
Oh, he's still
Um,
amazing. He just, yeah, man. How
okay,
you gonna say about
he's in.
Tyreek? He's
Well,
washed up,
because
man. He'll
I thought
kick
he was
your ass,
done.
dude. No,
Okay,
he's still awesome. It's the Dolphins suck.
okay.
And they had
So
injuries and
he
whatever, but
chased the
still,
money. He
he
chased the
chased the
money
money
versus.
though. That's what happened.
See, you gotta. I think you at that level, you're making so much money, man. Damn the money. You got to go for the legacy, bro.
Yeah,
Especially once you get past that 4 year mark
especially when
in
he
the
teamed
NFL.
up with the best quarterback ever.
The- well, not ever,
Well, no,
not
well, we'll
yet.
see.
One of
The
the best
best quarterback
quarterbacks,
in the league. I'll
yeah, in
say
the
that
league.
for sure.
But so for me, I'm like, if the Chiefs can get back and do it again, then we see something that's never been done.
It's
And to
true.
be able to perform at that high of a level, that consistently for that long, that's something that we may never see again, right? And if he goes back again after this year, now he may lose Travis
Yeah, I
Kelsey
think
because I guess
Josh
he's getting
Allen's going to
close.
take him this Sunday. It's
You think
time.
so?
I think
Okay,
Josh
all
Allen. It's
right.
time. If he does it, oh boy, Mahomes whips it at everyone's ass. Mahomes owns Lamar and Josh.
Hey, dude, if he gets back to the Super Bowl and they win it, he gets three in a row and he's 4 or 5. Ooh,
Yeah, that's harsh. That
we got to
hardcore,
start looking
man.
at those Brady
Yeah,
situations.
it's
That's hard.
Brady,
That's
Mahomes,
hardcore. So,
Montana.
all
Those are
right, but
the
if it's
top.
a yeah, if it's the Chiefs and the Eagles, I mean, I'll play this. I won't be upset with either one winning. I just want to see a good game, and whoever
Yeah, that's
wins,
my
I'll be
least
okay with it.
favorite scenario. My favorite will be Buffalo, Washington, and then I don't know, Buffalo, Philly,
Okay.
Washington, Kansas City. Yeah, whatever. We'll see.
Okay. Well, we down to the final four. So either way it
Yeah, it'll be a
goes,
good
and these teams
game.
are good. So
Yeah, they're all really good.
they're really good.
All right, brother, close us out.
Okay. We're gonna try this again.
Football got me.
Yeah, really. Okay, so with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you who stayed to the very end, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, please, the best thing you could do for us is like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment if you enjoyed it.
Punchline tickets now available March 25th.
Yes, if you're in the Bay Area, Sal Clowney will be gracing us with his presence in March. I'll be there too. I gotta go check out my dude. So, um, like I said, I may just do a set in the middle of his set. Um,
Yeah, that's old crusty. You're
uh,
like one of those players when they're doing the commentary, like, let me hold the football. And I'm like, no, dude, you're commentating. No, I'm still.
I don't know, man. I think comedy is one of those things, man. It's like riding a bike, bro.
No,
Right?
I don't know. You gotta get back in it, man.
Yeah, I have been thinking about it. I've been writing some stuff down, so
Oh, that's good.
that may be happening sooner than later.
All
But with that
right.
being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Uh, that's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele, and this is Spitballin'. Peace.
Peace.